This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global at the Peacock Gym. Delighted to be joined by Mr. Anthony Yarde and also Mr. TUNDE AJAYI.
Sir.
What's happening?
Nah, you woke me up this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning.
8:58? Is that 9 o'clock or is it 8 o'clock?
Has it got 8 or 9 on it? The time, has it got 8 or 9 on the time?
Normal people don't think that.
But you woke me up at 8
And why are you even up at 8 o'clock in the morning anyway? You're a professional athlete.
Why are you waking me up at 8 in the morning?
It was 9.
No,
Alright, let's say half 8. Half 8?
8.
Let's say half 8.
Is there an 8 or 9 on the time? Exactly. It's not 9 o'clock yet.
He's got a point, he's got a point.
But have I got a point that normal people are usually up by that time?
Well,
Tunde?
and he doesn't
normal.
constitute as normal, as we know.
I woke me up at 8 in the morning. I can't believe it.
Bro,
Why isn't your phone on silent? And what time did you go to bed?
About 6, and you woke up at 8. Exactly.
I told you.
Left foot, right hand, bend.
Anthony don't get up, go bed the normal times.
I was like, do you know what? I got out this morning, I was up to 6. I thought, you know what? I'll give it till 9. It was 9. Come on, give me that. It was 2 minutes to 9. It was 9. I thought I'll ring him. And then I got
no 9 on the time.
2 o'clock when he did get up. He got a lot of abuse. But anyway, we've moved on from that now, yeah?
Yes.
We've moved on from that. You was obviously meant to be fighting the Copper Box next week, being postponed now. Well, that show's off, but you're fighting at York Hall possibly on the 24th of March. That's the plan? So, not long to wait before then.
No, not long. Obviously, you know what? We could have moved it to a later date, but I just want to fight. I got in the zone for the 10th, so I didn't want to leave it too late. So I don't really care where I'm fighting for this fight. Yeah, I just want to get cracking for the fight.
Tunde? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, you know, the change of date was actually a good thing, really, because, you know, another 2 weeks, only going to get better. And he only gets better, he doesn't get worse. So, yeah, I mean, it's a bit disappointing for the fans, but in terms of preparation, it's always better for me as a trainer, because I know that Anthony, you know, just continues to improve. So, an extra 2 weeks. Worst for his opponent.
Will it still be the same opponent?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
No change there. Yeah, just a smaller venue. But to be honest with you, York Hall, everybody knows York Hall is the iconic home of boxing, and I think, yeah, it's going to be a great atmosphere and a packed house. So yes.
Obviously, last time out, you really kind of made a statement against Nikolai Sejloka. First man to really ever do that to him. First man to stop him, you were, weren't you? Yeah. But it was a clinical and brutal performance, and you rightfully got the credit for that. But I suppose after that day, you stopped thinking about it.
100%. It's like, you know what? Someone even said to me, oh, when was your last fight? I was like, oh, I can't remember. I had to ask someone else. And then, oh, who did you fight? I couldn't remember. It's the past, isn't it? It's gone. So,
well, it's not the past for me. I keep on watching the tape over and over again because I like watching Anthony. Everybody knows I only watch Anthony. I don't watch no one. But he did make a statement, and as I said before the fight, Anthony Yarde will be the first person to stop Sejloka. And I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, he was old, he was past it, because he weren't past it a few months before that, prior, when he fought for the European title, and he got a draw on the cards.
A lot of people saying he won that.
Yeah, a lot of people, yeah, definitely. I mean, most reporters that I spoke to believe that he won it. So Anthony, again, 12 amateur fights, you know, 14 now professional fights, and making a statement against a guy that's been in there with world-class fighters and gone the distance. So yeah, I was very pleased with the performance, and I'll keep on watching it every day until the next one.
It seems like everyone outside of you two are kind of keen to rush you, except you two, if that makes any sense. They link you with all these kind of other fights, but you've said from day one you do things in your own time, and you've used the old cliche that everything's timing.
Everything's timing. You know what it is? People, yeah, they're just like, it's excitement, isn't it? It's a good thing, because, you know, some people are talking like that already. For me, it's a positive. I've got to take a positive from it. Not everyone's being spoken about. Not everyone's excited to see people fight or whatever. So the fact I'm actually in there so early in my career is a good thing. I think, even if you go back in history, I don't think there's any boxer, that had no other fighting experience. I didn't do no kickboxing, nothing like that. 12 amateur fights, 11 of them didn't go the distance. Went into the professional game, again, 14 professional fights, and 13 of them didn't go the distance. I don't think there's anybody else that's done it, and that's just me being honest, again. So if you look at statistics and where should he be at this particular time, I've way exceeded. How I'm looking at my fights, I just got to keep it looking that way.
You like statistics because I mean you've mentioned this in interviews before, and I hear you do it. You like quick maths, isn't it?
Quick maths.
2 + 3, quick maths.
You know it is. What's the saying? The numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie.
They don't lie. They're just like there's facts to these things. You just said it. 2 + 2 is 4. That's a fact.
Quick maths.
That's a
Quick
fact.
maths.
It's good, yeah. So people are saying it's a statement because of the people he's fought before me, and he never got knocked out, never got stopped. I don't think he'd ever been dropped even.
No.
He never got dropped. So for him to be in with other world-class fighters, only lost 4 fights, and they were all in either world title fights or the European fight that people saying he won.
Not only that, as an amateur, you know, he went the distance with GGG.
Oh, yeah.
He went the distance with Andy Lee. You know, this is a guy with a comprehensive boxing career. And, you know, again, Anthony was right. He is the past. But, you know, from a managerial perspective, I'm telling everybody now that IFL TV, the world of boxing, Anthony Yarde is not being rushed. No way, Jose. Because this isn't a kamikaze situation. You know, why everybody in this country should get behind this young man because he's a superstar. I said it from the start and I'm saying it again. Anthony Yarde is something special, you know, and I just believe that you can't rush greatness. You know, we're not here basing Anthony's career on anybody else, and he must take time. I'm talking from a managerial, you know, sometimes I can switch from the joke to the managerial side, and we're taking time. We ain't rushing for no one. There's no rush. There's just no rush. I want Anthony to have and he wants to have a career, and that's not a sprint. It's going to be a marathon. So we're just going to take time.
And this is where sometimes, like looking at history is important, because me and Unc we get into beef sometimes. I'm like, bro, let me smack up this guy.
Yeah.
Let me fight this guy or block him up. And hold on, and then he will be like, and every time. And I'll be like, it's true every time. And then again, I will refer back to the Customato days. Tyson just said, you know, I'll beat anyone that's put in front of me. And that's what I need, that's what I'm doing. So it's like, I'm showing him the level I'm getting to. He knows the level I'm getting to as well. But again, he's got a job to do. I've got a job to do. My job's to fight.
Yes.
A lot of people think they're managers, promoters, fighters. It don't work like that. People are trying to look at Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather's a grown man, 40 years old. I think he was like 36 before he started promoting his own fights. So again, I'm 26 years old. The next 10 years is not my learning stages, but it's about growth and becoming a fighter and getting into the history books and things like that. So that's why I have to be level-minded and say, Tunde has experience. Listen to your promoter, listen to your manager, listen to your trainer. That's what Tyson did. Tyson was one of them guys. He read books. You heard the words he come out with, like impregnable, impetuous, all that kind of stuff. He took me bare words.
And you know what? Just to say, like, just let's say for the fans' perspective or the casual boxing fan. Okay, let's say Anthony fought for a world title this year. So hold on. So what you're telling me is that you want a 26-year-old with 12 amateur fights to already be on the world stage. So as he just said, his career is a 10-year career at minimum. So if he's fighting the best guys now, who are we gonna fight for the next 10 years? I just don't see the rush. And it may come to a situation where an opportunity arises and we'll take it. But it's not going to be a forced opportunity. It's going to happen organically. And as I say, everything is timing.
Organic. Eat your fruit, eat your vegetables. Organic. Go and eat your fruit and eat your vegetables.
Yes.
Am I right in saying that before kind of that step up to world level, the rivalries within our own country,
Yes.
that's
I know
what
where
they
you're
want to
going.
see first of all?
I know where you're going.
No,
with this.
but that's what, as a boxing fan, that's what I want to see. I want to
Yes.
see the best light heavyweights in the country all fight each other to
Who's the
find out
best in
who's
the country? Who's the best in the country? Anthony Yarde. We're number
Let
one.
him answer, let him answer.
Who's the best in the country?
Do not get
Who
me involved
is the
in this
best
light
in the
heavyweight
country?
beef. There's nothing to do with me.
Yourself. Put it on yourself.
KUGAN, CASSIUS, we putting you on the spotlight.
Put the camera on yourself.
Who's the best in the country?
But you really wanted me to answer it?
Yes,
go on.
please.
Frank Buglioni.
Hold on.
Hold on, then tell him to fight me.
Look.
Frank
Aha.
Tell him to fight
Tell
me.
him to fight
No,
us.
listen, I
Tell
told
him
you.
to fight me. If he's number one, because on the
Don't,
box
but you asked me.
Box
Don't
Rex-
let me
hold on,
answer, don't
no,
ask
no,
the questions.
Box says something different. But if that's your opinion,
Yes.
you're his mate, tell him to fight me.
Hold on. Not only that, if you cannot look me in the face and tell me that you believe Frank Buglioni can test this man, impossible. Frank Buglioni don't believe he could beat Anthony Yarde, so how are you gonna believe that he could beat Anthony Yarde? Tell me.
He's joking, man.
He's
Put
joking.
the camera on yourself.
What
What a joker.
What a joker.
That's the end of the round. That's the end of the round. No, but listen, in all seriousness, this is my opinion. Listen, you know we stay out of this stuff
Yeah,
with
of
our
course.
opinions about one because it's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant, yeah.
But the bottom line is, and you know this is true as well, that we want to see yourself with, look, Frank Buglioni is fighting Callum Johnson
Yes.
on the 24th of March. There's Jose Byrne, there's yourself, but we want to. No one's fought anyone. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we have a case. If you go back a few years, I remember there was the same kind of case with, remember Takalu and Wayne Alexander, and everybody wanted to, and there was Anthony Farnell. I remember that era when, these fights didn't get made until later. And I'm saying that we're ready. We're ready. We've been ready from Anthony's 8th fight to fight Frank Buglioni. I'm not looking at no one else. So let me get that straight. Don't mention Jose Byrne, because he got knocked out by Frank Buglioni. So we want to fight the man who beat the man, and that is Frank Buglioni. He's fighting Callum Johnson, which is not going to be an easy fight. Callum Johnson is an accomplished amateur and a Commonwealth champion. So let's see. Maybe we'll take the win. I mean, it's for the British and Commonwealth, so that'd be 5 belts you got. Southern area, WBO, Intercontinental, European, British and Commonwealth. It will look very nice walking to the ring with 5 belts.
On the resume.
On the resume. So let's have the fight. We keep on saying, I mean, listen, it's played out now.
But, I mean, it's one of the most prominent sticking points to why this fight possibly won't happen or in danger of not happening is because Frank fights with Matchroom and yourself fights with Frank Warren. Has that got anything to do with it? Because that's what it seems to look like, that kind of a sticking point. Not from, I talked to Frank about it and Frank's saying that that's not the case, and I'm sure if I asked...
Which Frank?
Warren is saying that's not the case, and I'm sure if I spoke to Eddie about it, it'd be the same thing. But that seems to be like the underlying thing. If you two were the same promoters, then...
Okay, did Billy Joe fight John Ryder?
Yes, like 5 years ago.
Okay, but who...
I know what you're getting at, but it's not a... It happens. It happens usually through mandatory or personal situations.
Did Bradley Skeet fight the other kid? What's his name?
Frankie Gavin.
Frankie Gavin. No.
Yeah.
No, they're on the same promoter. Bradley Skeet fought.
Sam Eglinton.
Sam Eglinton.
Sorry, Sam Eglinton.
But they were two opposite.
I'll be honest with you. Do you know why this fighting happened?
No.
Because of Frank Buglioni. I'm just being honest with you.
Say that again, sorry.
Do you want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
Do you know why this fighting happened?
Go on.
Because of Frank Buglioni. That's the only reason the fighting happened. This is exactly how it went, yeah? I was in Miami, enjoying myself, eating chicken, as I do. Eating chicken on the boat, yeah?
Could you hold that thought? I'm turning this thing off because you don't want to be interrupted.
Turn it off. Get yourself on the camera. Look, so I'm eating chicken. I'm in Miami, yeah? I've just fought, what's your name? I fought,
Barney?
No, man. What's the other southern area? I fought Hobbs, yeah? Body shot, massacre. So I'm eating my chicken, yeah? I'm eating my chicken. And then my friends are like, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Because I don't go on Twitter and read stuff and that, it's long. they're like, oh, this Buglioni guy's calling you out. So I was like, yeah. So I went and looked at it now. And he put up a tweet, yeah, saying, after I deal with Ricky Summers,
Yes.
if Anthony Yarde wants it, I have no problem taking another undefeated record. That was his words.
Yes.
Before that, Frank Warren tried to make a fight between me and him after I come back from Texas. He turned it down. So then when he called out my name, yeah, I was like, raw, alright, saying easy. So I called Tunde, yeah, and I was like, Ayn, have you seen this? You turned it on, man. What's wrong with you? You turned it on.
Wait. Cougar, you don't want the people to hear the truth. That's what it is. You think you're smart.
Go.
So yeah, I come back from Miami now. I said, you know, let me enjoy my holiday. Come back from Miami. So obviously the tweet was still there. He even put my face up there, so my face was there for people to see who he was talking about. And then Frank Warren obviously contacted him, tried to make the fight, blah 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 blah. He fought Ricky Summers, he beat him, and then I fought Richard Barani and won the WBO European.
Yes.
Yeah. And then he puts out a tweet saying, if Anthony Yarde wants to fight me, fight Jose Burton. So how does that like make logically, how does that make logic sense? You said, after I fight Ricky Summers, I have no problem fighting Anthony Yarde, taking another undefeated record, that's what he said. And then somewhere along the line, he fights Craig Richards. I didn't get no call saying, my opponent's pulled out, let me fight Anthony Yarde. I didn't get no call. But he fought Craig Richards, that was his first fight at light heavyweight. So this is what's happened. And then obviously, I've won belts since then. My rank has gone up. Now I'm ranked above him in England. And world ranking as well, I'm ranked above him. So again.
Not only that, to add some spice to the potential matchup, you know, I tried to make the fight with Ricky Summers. Well, we all know Ricky Summers turned it down at the first opportunity. Then we tried to make the fight with Ricky Summers because he said, he had already taken a fight with somebody else. So then we tried to make the fight for the February the 10th with Ricky Summers. He turned it down again. He said that he needs more preparation. But hold on, the fight was only a week out. So now the fight's been moved. Why don't you, just to make it, he can forget about that fight and fight Anthony. But no, the thing is, Frank Buglioni's common opponents don't want to fight Anthony. So there's something in that for you. So let's stop messing about.
Again, this is my opinion. Forget Ricky Summers as well. Give me, Buglioni is the one that everyone's talking about. I don't care about Ricky Summers.
So this is what I'm trying to say now. And me and Anthony had a conversation the other day. And Anthony, if I left it to Anthony to manage himself, he would just, would knock everybody out.
No, I'll be singing with everybody. That's how boxing is, yeah. Obviously, when you get into boxing, it's about starting to learn, and then you want to swing. You just want to start fighting. So, as a fighter, I remember growing up in school. If there were anyone that thought they were stronger than me in school, let's swing then. That's just how it was. And then, cool, you might even be friends after. But if we get into that conversation or the argument, I'm stronger than you, then let's fight then. I've always had that mentality. So it's not even a thing of he's done this, he's done that, he's done this. My thing is this. If you get into the ring, let's see what happens.
Listen, KUGAN, you know Frank Buglioni cannot test Anthony Yarde.
Leave that, all talking. If we make the fight happen, then it will get interesting.
You see, this is what I'm trying to say.
This is why I don't like this guy's name coming up, because when we try to make the fight, you don't want to fight me.
Calm down. You see, this is what I'm trying to say. I have to calm the fire.
He's been watching. He's been watching, yeah, Floyd Mayweather. Because what he's done, yeah, he's called out my name.
Smart.
He's trying to be smart. He's
smart.
called out my name, yeah, to put more attention on his name. So as I'm elevating and I'm getting spoken about, his name's affiliated.
Do a
That's
poll.
why he's being smart.
Do a poll.
They done the poll already.
Nobody believes he can actually beat Anthony. Nobody believes. He
A couple
doesn't
do,
believe.
all these mates, all these friends.
He doesn't believe.
You as well.
I told you, leave me out of this, all right? Leave me out
part
of this. But listen, one person that actually, who's bang up for this fight is your promoter, Frank Warren. I mean, numerous times he's sort of stated in press conferences, in every interview, that he would take that fight in a heartbeat. But does it only happen on your side? If you're offering it on their side, is that something you would consider?
That's not my problem. That's why you have a manager and a promoter. That's not my problem. My problem is the fight. Once we get into a ring, there's a ring behind us. Once we get in here, yeah, then that's my business. But until then, all that talking stuff about calling him out and he will fight this person and he will fight that person. Oh,
I think to answer your question, it's a case of, you know, usually situations like this go to purse bids. Who makes the biggest offer, which will benefit the fighters. And I feel that once, you know, both parties can agree that they want to fight, then the rest is just going to be what it is. And I feel that Anthony has willingly asked for the fight. Frank Buglioni has pretended that he wants to fight to gain more time, you know. And I feel that let's stop messing about. Let's stop fooling the British public, you know. Frank Buglioni, for me, would be a good fight for Anthony at this stage of his career, because it's a fight where 1,000,000% we're winning, and it doesn't push him too far ahead too quickly. And that's, for me, as I say, as a manager, that's my job. I don't want Anthony to be right there, right now. You know, it's like a nice Jamaican chicken.
Jamaica.
You got to cook it nicely, season it, and let it just come to fruition. And that way, you know, there won't be no mistakes.
Marinade is the word.
Marinade, yeah. Where are you from again? Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
So you know about marination and cooking the food.
I was born in Chelmsford in Essex. So
all right.
Fuck all about it. Excuse my language. I know nothing about cooking.
Yeah.
But I mean, I interviewed Frank Buglioni only 2 or 3 weeks ago, and you know, he's outlined his plan. He wants to fight Callum Johnson, Jose Burton, and yourself.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
I'm quoting.
No, I have to say right this point.
I'm quoting.
You said that you just interviewed him 2 weeks ago, and you said he said Callum Johnson, Jose Burton. Then who was the third one? Anthony Yarde. But go back and look at the own guy's tweet. The guy said Callum Johnson, Anthony Yarde #2, then Jose Burton. No, I think he said Kuromura. But all I know, Anthony was #2. So hold on, how we go from #2 to #3? Then it's going to be #4. So really and truly, the guy doesn't even believe what he's saying or what he's letting the public believe.
If he was talking about a numerical order to...
Well, he said Anthony's #2, so now we're #3.
I'm listing the names he said. But, okay. All right.
So what are you going to say? What are you going to say? He said #2 before, and now he said #3. So what are you going to say?
Well, all that don't matter again.
It does matter because the public believe.
I don't care.
No, you don't care. But what I'm trying to say is the public are believing in 1 week, and then another week he changes it.
Again,
sorry,
Kugan.
How was your Christmas anyway?
My Christmas was I ate a lot of food.
We always eat food.
Like lions. But listen, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Because no matter what you say, all that matters is if you actually agree to fight. No matter about
that's true.
Who he's saying this and who he's saying that. Bro, are we gonna fight? Yes or no?
There you go, Frank. Let's have a fight.
Okay. All right.
Any more questions?
It's been interesting. No, I know you're about to start training, so I'm not listening to run for 25 minutes already. So.
Oh wow.
Good. Yeah. I like this. I like this version. You keep him on a leash.
Yeah, but that.
To a certain degree, but
listen,
no one keeps him on a leash.
No, I don't mean it like that. But
we don't mean it like that.
No.
But what he's saying is quite correct, because Anthony will literally fight anybody. That's his makeup. That's his DNA. And
it's in the DNA.
And he's not really a talker. So if you realise, the only time you hear me and Anthony talking is about food.
About food. two little jokes on the side that no one needs to know about on camera. You know,
give him a shake. Give him a shake.
You know, it's all in the membrane. You know, baby.
Slap.
I'm sure you want to go.
He's dipping shots. Anyway, he's dipping shots.
No, but yeah, we have our little jokes on that. But food is a priority in life. If you don't eat, you die. If you don't eat,
you die. Food. It ain't about eating. A lot of these fighters are eating like supermodels.
That's what he says.
But you have to eat food. Keep nice. Keep strong.
Tunde, Anthony Yarde, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV today. Pleasure to speak to you both. It's been very insightful. Hope I haven't angered you by A, waking you up, and B, talking about stuff. Have you got anything you'd like to add? Either of you?
You've got to do the sign out. First of all, If you see Kugan with a black eye, it's because he woke me up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Not 9, 8. And of course, we've got to do the sign out. Mr. Anthony Yarde, Beast from the East. TA, Tunde AJAYI.
You know.
IFL TV, you know what it is.
And for me, you know what it is. Hold tight. He ain't here today, but enough love, big respect to my brethren, James Helder. You know it is, James. You know we can't forget you. You know you are the man, James. Obviously, KUGAN CASSIUS and IFL TV, Stamina for Sale, AYTA. You already know what it is.
Trying to be me now.
I'm trying to be, but you know.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Love.
Love.